Do you think the judgment or on the acts which has come on, are they pragmatic? Are they implementable?
I say 100% pragmatic and implementable, provided there is a will, political will. We have got laws in this country. There is no dearth for laws, regulations and rules. Are we sincere in enforcing the laws? Simply pass the law will not do. No. When I pass the judgment, the same question was posed to me in Kerala. How are you going to enforce it? I showed the result. I passed the judgment. 1 month's time was fixed for the district collectors in all the 14 districts to pass promulgate orders under section 133 CRPC, treating public smoking as a public nuisance, so that a person can be arrested and dealt with accordingly. That is one side. Thereafter, we issued an order to the Director General of Police. This is the matter, prohibiting smoking in public places. So you have to see that this is the order passed by the district collector. We have to book cases, and not only that, you will have to file a statement before the High Court every month, showing the number of cases booked, court-wise and station-wise. Hundreds of thousands of persons were booked. Nobody will ever dare smoke in public. That was the result.
And there was a cartoon also in the newspaper that which they said that now we may release all those petty criminals and then take those smokers inside the...
Justice Kurup, your anti-tobacco campaign started with Kerala first. Yes, can you tell us more on that, because it has spread to neighboring states, also Mumbai city,
all of
Maharashtra. Yes, so can you tell us
outside
more?
Also.
Outside as well.
The campaign had its genesis in Kerala. Now it has become an all-India phenomenon. It has gone out of India also. I had been into Qatar. Anti-Smoking Society and the Ministry of Public Health State of Qatar invited me, and they sought my advice on various aspects. I had been there, and I had been there for a week. Now the campaign has gained momentum because nobody will take up a big giant like the tobacco giants, because they are, as far as my information goes, they are the most powerful lobby in the world, second only to the arms lobby. That most very powerful lobby. Why nobody takes it up? Because whoever takes it up, will find it difficult to proceed ahead with the campaign. Such is the power of the lobby. So I am mindful of that, their might of the tobacco lobby. But my mind says that you go ahead with the campaign. The mechanism of my campaign is to go to the correct target with the right, make the right aim, and shoot at the target. The unique feature of my campaign is that it could prevent millions in India and abroad from starting the tobacco habit, and help hundreds of thousands of tobacco addicts to kick tobacco through rallies, road shows, especially through the world-renowned Kathakali, which is a highly stylized classical Indian dance drama noted for the attractive makeup of characters, elaborate costumes, detailed gestures, and well-defined body movements, presented with the accompaniment of playback music and complementary percussion, which has created a lasting impact on the minds of the people against tobacco. Followed by poster campaigns, radio broadcasts, television channel appearances, having mass appeal and extensive reach across the length and breadth of the country and outside, influencing millions, and through public functions covering the whole population, the young and the old, women and girls, students in schools, colleges, and institutions of higher learning, widely covered by the media, print and electronic, at regional, national, and international levels.
Justice Kurup, a small message for the youth and our viewers who view this program.
Most of your viewers will be sailing in the seas, is it not?
That's right.
I have explained the hazards of tobacco. Most important is cardiovascular events. It may be in the form of a myocardial infarction, a sudden heart attack. Your viewers, most of them are sailing in ships, miles away from the shore. There are limitations on the facilities available in a ship for medical treatment. Suppose a sailor who is a heavy smoker suffers a heart attack. Do you think that he will get any treatment? He has to be immediately lifted to a good hospital where there are facilities for thrombolizing and dissolving the clot. He doesn't have any facility for a treatment, and with the result the worst may happen. And not only cardiovascular events and myocardial infarction, bronchial asthma that may worsen into emphysema, respiratory failure. These are all the emergencies which a smoker will have to face, especially when he is away from the shore, and that too in a vessel. That's a real present danger once the emergency develops. You can say that he will be airlifted by helicopter and all, but I don't think these are all practical. No, I don't think so. And more importantly, from the health point of view, especially for your viewers who are sailors and officers in ships, they should remember they have got a responsibility to their family, the state and the nation. So that their health is important not only to them, but to the society, because in the marine sector, attracts a lot of foreign money. In that way, their contribution to the wealth of the nation. They play a leading role, the maritime people. So in that way also it's important, their health is important not only to them, it is important to the whole nation. So they shall not play with their health like that.
Okay.
The lifespan also will be considerably reduced for smokers. Chances of getting heart attack is increased several fold. Teenage smoking is a dangerous phenomenon. By the time you get married, you are half dead. Your masculinity is threatened. Remember, being mariners, you are on the high seas most of the time and far away from shore. And in the event of a cardiovascular accident precipitated by your smoking habits, timely life-saving treatments such as thrombolysis, angiography, primary angioplasty and stenting, and in appropriate cases a bypass surgery will be a physical impossibility. In a case where heart block occurs, a pacemaker will have to be immediately implanted. Such modalities of life-saving treatments will not come to your rescue because you are in the open sea. Therefore, the best method is prevention.
Tobacco. No. Tobacco kills. Death to tobacco.
I am greatly delighted and feel it my duty to join my voice to the campaign against tobacco being run so eminently well by Justice Narayana Kurup. He is using all the possible media, the print media, the electronic media, radio, television, the computer, and addressing mass rallies of various kinds of people, of officers, of defense people, of children, of college people, a whole lot of cross-section of people, to show them how tobacco kills. His campaign is most effective, and starting with the judgment of the Kerala High Court against tobacco in public places, the government have now enacted legislation to ban smoking in public places. The railways have joined the campaign, and whole lots of people are now recognizing that tobacco is a mortal enemy which must be fought at every place, and we must get out of this habit as quickly as possible to save the young, the old, the babies, all kinds of people in the country. I wish Justice Narayana Kurup and his people all the success in the campaign. I hope that the day will come very soon when tobacco will be a thing of the past.
There are 250 million smokers in India, out of which 50 million are youth. Therefore, a successful campaign must focus on the youth and the impressionable, who are the asset and hope of the nation.
The campaign has influenced a lot of youngsters in this country, and it is so far the most successful campaign in the history of India. And I believe that a lot of youngsters and students of this country will take part in this movement and make it a successful one.
In a society where everyone is content with mere talking, this man of great dynamism and limitless energy in his 70s is totally dedicated to what he says. Every public meeting and seminar he addresses is a platform for him to propagate the hazards of this killer leaf. Message from Abhinav Bindra, first Indian individual gold medalist at the Olympics. I specially compliment and pay our tributes to Mr. Justice Kurup, a living legend and a down-to-earth judge who has earned an international distinction and cult figure status as a crusader against tobacco for his brilliant anti-tobacco campaign, which is at once heroic, praiseworthy and commendable. Message. P.T. Usha, Asia's sprint queen. It is a matter of pride for all of us that your anti-tobacco campaign has helped to terminate the unholy nexus between sports and tobacco. Thanks to your dynamic initiative, sporting fields are now free of the obnoxious tobacco smoke. The youth of our nation are saved from the misleading aura of sporting stars performing under the banner of tobacco. The innovative part of the crusade is that Justice Kurup made it a point to administer a pledge against tobacco in every public meeting he addressed in the last 2 decades in his home state of Kerala and outside with excellent results.
ഞാൻ ഉൾപ്പെടുന്ന സമൂഹത്തിനെ ഈ മഹാദുരിതത്തിൽ നിന്ന് രക്ഷപ്പെടുത്തുന്നതിനും ആരോഗ്യകരമായ ഒരു സാമൂഹ്യ ജീവിതം ഉറപ്പുവരുത്തുന്നതിനും ഇന്നു മുതൽ പുകയില ഉൽപ്പന്നങ്ങളോ മയക്കുമരുന്നോ ഉപയോഗിക്കുകയില്ലെന്നും അവയുടെ ഉപയോഗം നിരുത്സാഹപ്പെടുത്തണം. അവ ഇല്ലാതാക്കുവാൻ എന്നാലാവുന്നതെല്ലാം ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുമെന്നും പ്രതിജ്ഞ ചെയ്യുന്നു. Diseases such as lung cancer and cardiovascular events. Lung cancer and cardiovascular events. There are 1.1 billion smokers in the world. We pledge ourselves on the hazards of tobacco to the population. When laws are there to curb public smoking, they are to be enforced by the police. The law will be a mockery unless it is strictly enforced in letter and spirit, as otherwise public interest will suffer. Male smokers have a tenfold higher risk of developing lung cancer, and the risk increases with the number of cigarettes smoked. There is strong evidence incriminating smoking as a major cause of cancers of various organs. Smoking is a major risk factor for coronary artery disease, which eventually leads to heart attack. It triggers malignant arrhythmias, such as ventricular tachycardia and fibrillation, causing sudden death.
Tobacco kills. Death to tobacco.
Women who smoke during pregnancy inflict harm not only on themselves but on the unborn babies as well. When pregnant women smoke, the toxic chemicals in the tobacco smoke are passed on to the fetus, severely compromising oxygen supply. Smoking during pregnancy increases the risk of miscarriage, premature delivery, birth defects and stillbirth.
Tobacco. Tobacco kills. Death to tobacco.
Babies of smoking mothers are more likely to die of sudden infant death syndrome. Babies breastfed by a smoking mother absorbs nicotine, causing irritability and poor sleeping habits. Since tobacco smoke impairs lung function, infants exposed to it are more subject to coughs, bronchitis and even pneumonia. The greatest monster of our time is tobacco, which kills millions of people around the world. In India, 1 million die every year due to tobacco-related diseases. In the 20th century, 100 million people died due to tobacco-generated diseases throughout the world. Tobacco alone causes more than 2 dozen diseases. Head and neck cancer, oral cancer, esophageal cancer, lung cancer, and so on. It aggravates hypertension. So in fact, this is the greatest monster of all time. So it's high time we should control it. And tell them, quit tobacco. Tobacco kills.